Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
The first thought that popped into my head was, wow, ISIS reached rural Minnesota.
A frightening morning for some after a local business's website is hacked by an Islamic group. Thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with an exclusive Valley News Live interview. Arvig Communications' website was attacked. Their homepage replaced with this picture from an Islamic group. Arvig provides internet, TV, phone, and security for more than 60,000 homes in Minnesota. The hack has been reported to the Department of Homeland Security, and an Arvig representative tells us customers will not be affected. But the hack did frighten some people using the internet at the time of the attack. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter, Nicole Johnson, talked to the hackers taking responsibility, who say it was in the name of Islam.
I can't work right now. I'm at home battling cancer.
Like many, Kayla Kreger from rural Minnesota relies on internet every day. Her biggest fear, a major hack of her important information, like her medical records.
Just on the news, it never happens in real life. And on the movies.
Tuesday morning, when her Arvig internet wasn't working, she was shocked to see this message instead of the normal homepage. An Islamic group called Cyber Commandos attacking the site.
The first thought that popped into my head was, wow, ISIS reached rural Minnesota.
Arvig sent out a message on their Facebook page assuring people the attack isn't putting any information at risk, and added another line of security. But we wanted to know why a group would do something like this. We spoke with a member of Cyber Commandos on Facebook, who tell us, quote, "We urge them, as well as the world people, to come under the peaceful religion Islam. In the future, Muslim will lead the world." We then asked if the group is affiliated with any known terrorist groups, to which he said, quote, "We don't support any terrorist group, organization, or country who kill people." The conversation ended after we told them the Department of Homeland Security has been contacted in regards to this hack. Right now, investigators say it looks like an opportunistic attack and no one's information has been put at risk. But it was a shock to Kreger, who tells us it's a scary time to see messages like this one claiming Islamic affiliation.
Whether it was or not even affiliated is beyond me, but that was my first thought.
Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
The FBI tells us they cannot comment on specific groups, but they say it's an unusual situation and typically hackers like to remain unknown. If you want to read the entire conversation we had with the hackers, you can read it on our homepage at valleynewslive.com. We have new information now on a story we first brought you yesterday. After a college student renting from Goldmark came home to find thousands of dollars of her stuff in the trash and someone's car parked in her garage, Goldmark has agreed to pay for her damaged property without going to court. Renter Jerica Thiel wants to thank the community for the outpouring of support. People in Ligerwood, North Dakota, have concerns with the city's water after receiving another letter about not meeting water report requirements. Then they contacted Valley News Live, worried their water isn't safe. We called the city, and a representative there says there are no concerns about the water. The letter went out as a requirement because the city did not send in its water testing quarterly reports to the state on time, something that has happened in the past. The city tells us the water is being tested and alerts have been set to make sure this doesn't happen again. Wow, what a difference 24 hours makes. We're seeing sunshine and some warmer temps and no rain. Let's go to meteorologist Robert Hahn to see if this weather will last. Robert?
Yeah, the clear skies are going to last for at least several days, but we did get off to a very cold start. Freezing conditions across the entire area this morning with temperatures ranging from 25 over in Bemidji, a lot of 27s, Grand Forks, Langdon, Cando, and Devils Lake, 31 here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. And guess what? We're going to be seeing another cold night tonight. Frost advisory for most of the area. Freeze warnings where it'll be a touch cooler over in parts of Minnesota. In the frost advisory, look for temperatures bottoming out in the low to mid 30s. Freeze warning could see some areas dipping down into the upper 20s. Right now, though, gorgeous. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s with wall-to-wall sunshine and There are just a few clouds in our far southern counties. No precipitation out there as we head through the evening here in Fargo. We'll see temperatures steady to slowly falling as we head through the 7 to 8 o'clock hour. By 9 o'clock, down to around 50 degrees. Tomorrow, more sunshine and even warmer temperatures, warmer still as we wrap up the week. But we do have some rain to talk about as well. We'll talk about all of that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Coming up on Valley News Live 10 at 10, we're setting out to see if sex offenders actually live where they say they do. Crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson investigates how Fargo police keep track of offenders. Is your neighborhood as safe as you think, or does the community have a false sense of security? If you have an issue in your community, call our whistleblower hotline at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. The avian flu has wiped out millions of domestic turkeys and chickens at farms across Minnesota this year. And the DNR recently found a case of it in a wild hawk. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson talks to an expert about whether wild bird populations, including those favorite birds in our backyards, are at risk and if it's a danger to us.
They've returned to put on a show for one of America's favorite pastimes, bird watching. This Baltimore Oriole stopped by this backyard waterfall for a quick bath. Its bright plumage makes it a favorite among bird watchers. And while bird flu has killed millions of domestic turkeys and chickens, experts say wild birds are actually carriers of numerous types of bird flu that does not affect most of them.
But since they're the natural reservoirs of these viruses, they don't typically get sick. They're carriers, and they can shed virus, but it doesn't kill them. It's different for raptors, which have been documented to die from this virus.
And while the disease has been confirmed in the recent death of a raptor, a Cooper's hawk in southern Minnesota, experts say bird flu is not a hazard to people.
You know, the risk to a person who's a backyard bird feeder is very, very, very limited. Its transmission to humans is very difficult. Its transmission to really other species other than birds is really difficult. This is a flu that's targeting birds, or that is designed for birds.
So while commercial turkey and chicken growers continue to search for a cure to protect their livelihoods, backyard birders are good to go.
If you're a backyard bird lover, it should be a wonderful summer. We're right here in the peak of warbler migration, so if you are a backyard bird lover, grab your binoculars and get out there and see the birds.
From Crookston, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
The DNR has been collecting bird flu samples since April. They've only found one confirmed case out of 3,000 birds. This holiday season is the unofficial kickoff to the grilling season, but it's important to remember all the safety needed while using a grill. You're dealing with an open flame, and firefighters remind you that anything you don't want on fire should be kept away. This means to pull it 2 to 3 feet away from the house and don't wear loose clothing. Firefighters also say it's important to keep the grill clean so nothing inside catches on fire.
The best way to stay safe is just to be focused on the task at hand. When you're doing the grilling, just do the grilling, assign somebody else to take care of those other tasks like setting your table, watching your kids, those types of things, so you can be attentive and stay focused on your grill.
Firefighters say you should have an extinguisher nearby in case something goes wrong. And speaking of barbecues, it's the start of our Valley News Live backyard barbecue season. Join us tomorrow as we kick off the summer fun with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. And you can kick off the start of summer with your own friends at Party in the Park tonight. The Fargo Park District is hosting a series of parties in the park, an event formerly known as Community Block Party. All the fun is at Madison Park starting at 5:30 tonight and going until 8 o'clock. The party will have music, games, and so much more. It's free to attend and everyone is welcome. For a list of the next upcoming parties in the park, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Family and friends are raising money to establish a scholarship in memory of an 18-year-old killed in a rollover. Miranda Stevens died in a car crash near Pingree, North Dakota in September of 2014. Her family wants to start a scholarship fund to encourage girls to enter non-traditional roles in the workplace. Her family and friends have organized an all-day event on Saturday to raise money for the scholarship. Several events include a raffle, silent auction, and bake sale. The benefit will be held at the Eagles Club in Valley City. Donations can also be made at Bell State Bank or through GoFundMe.com. Still ahead tonight. With the growing popularity of do-it-yourself videos, some homeowners are taking improvement projects into their own hands.
After some rain and some snow over the past couple of days, a quiet day today, but a very active day off to our south, including some severe weather in the southern plains. That's where the active weather is going to stay, at least for now. Forecast details coming up right after this.